Alright, so welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the S15. We need to get things ready for it to pretty much run and drive, which it's all entirely there. I just need to, there's no custom work because it's an SR, but I need to make sure the radiator's all good, which I know is good, but the main thing is I need to cut the holes for the intercooler pipe because this wasn't a turbo model from factory, and even if it was, these would be the only holes because that's how they do it factory right there, and then the intercooler's down here. So we need to make sure that lines up, which it probably does, and then I'm going, instead of just cutting a hole through this and the engine bay, I'm going to drill out the spot welds, remove the battery tray entirely because I put the battery in the trunk, and I also deleted the fuse block. And then also some engine stuff will be done today too. I'm waiting for the harness from Faction, from Wiring Specialties, that I already ordered. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to end up probably putting the new turbo manifold on and all that, just because when it comes in, we'll just get it ripping. So Melina's going to help us for like 20 minutes before she goes to the doctor's. So let's get this done.
Now go.
Straight from the genuine BLITZ parts factory of Japan. I don't even know where BLITZ is based, but got some vacuum line for the wastegate or the blow off valve. I don't know, it looks awfully thick. These are some of the couplers they give you. I don't know what that thin ass one is for. And then, you know, all the basic bits. Get all this out the way real quick. And then here's, right here is the good. This is that sexy. Oh shit. See that?
I do.
That was expensive.
I bet it was. Get your hands out of there. God, you're elbow deep.
Something in there.
I fucking, you know you got someone other than me, so it's okay.
Yeah, I got everything. Well, just don't bend up my fins, bro.
You're the one that almost bent your own fins.
Alright.
Yes!
Alright, so check this out. BLITZ is the coolest. So they give you these sweet tabs. Usually I thought it was going to mount under to like the power brace or whatever, but it goes to the 10 mils right here, which is really cool. And then instead of making you reuse these short little bolts, they give you some nice new longer ones by, I don't know, a couple millimeters, which makes the difference. Oh, that's the shorter one. Okay, so it wasn't lining up, but I actually had this piece upside down. I just re-looked at the directions, and the longer part was on the bottom. I have everything loose, so we can wiggle it all around to get the piping all lined up. But we should be able to put the right side pump. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I don't even have the hot pipe. I ordered a Greddy hot pipe, and it actually got stolen off of my front porch, which really sucks. It's basically the pipe that it goes from right here down to here, and then you have this little 90. I forgot. It literally got stolen off my porch, though. That was so stupid. Like, it was said delivered and everything, and I went there later that day, and it was gone. So that sucks. But we can at least get this pipe and make sure it's all lined up with that. And then I have all these pipes. We just got to cut the hole. And I think it's saying that I'm going to have to move this, or remove it, but it gave me these new brackets, so hopefully it just remounts it, because I really didn't want to get rid of my windshield wiper fluid. And I know you might be asking why, but it's because I have a rear window wiper, and it's just kind of cool to use. But if I have to remove it, I will. It's not, it's not the end of the world. But check it out, dudes. I'm officially intercoolered. Fucking rad. Okay, so now that we have our intercooler mounted, and I also had to remove this little cheesy little air box right there from this side. Didn't even realize it was in there. But now the more annoying part comes. We're gonna have to drill out the spot welds in the battery tray. It's something that doesn't need to be done. You can drill through both of them, but the thing is, these things really like to rust out. Even though this car doesn't get driven in the rain much, obviously it will. And I can see there's like a tiny bit of surface rust down around the edges. So we're gonna go ahead and drill these spot welds out. It's probably not that hard, but there's a couple right here that are gonna be hard to get to. And then this one, I'm a little bit like worried. I don't know how I'm gonna get to that one. The only really sucky part about me drilling these holes is this is basically me committing to painting the engine bay. I think I need a slightly bigger drill bit. Alright, so got it out and glad I did because you can see a little bit of surface rust. That would have turned into a hole for sure, but I can soft pad that down. And like I said, the engine bay is going to get painted now anyways. So, junk, that's out. Doesn't look like shit anymore. And I can drill a proper just hole without a double layer thing of sheet metal so it doesn't rust in the future. Fuck, it's hot. And Daquan showed up and he's going to be installing a fucking Recluse on the 450L while I do this. We're going to go get some drinks though. What's up, what's up, what's up? So it's the following Sunday, so 2 days later. I'm choking on heat. It's been extremely hot. I mean, it's 102 right now, 101. And then the weather says it feels like 107 or something. And I'm in the garage. It's crazy hot, but I'm just escaping my annoying ass family in the house. So we're gonna be working on the S15 a little bit more. You know, I've just been not wanting to work on this thing because it's so hot and I have that stupid ass motorcycle. It's hella fun. But yeah, let's get back to working on this. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I ended up getting the battery tray out and I went and bought the 3-inch hole saw and some other stuff. And also, that's it. I think I bought some other stuff. And then also, check out this awesome ass Kimoji style flag that he sent me. He told me he was gonna send this out. I've been meaning to post it on Instagram, but I forgot. He's a cool ass dude. We've worked together on a couple things, but obviously, you know, check him out, don't check me out. His stuff's cool. We need to get this intercooler pipe done. I'm done messing around with this thing. Like I said, I have everything to get this thing running, and the last thing on the way is the wiring specialties harness. And then if anyone has S15 coil packs or a 2003 DE VQ set of coil packs, please hit me up. I need them. I completely forgot I needed them to start this thing because they're different than the S14 and S13 coil packs. So we need to get the intake manifold sitting on here because I should have drilled the hole first with the battery tray because they gave you the measurements. It was like 100 millimeters, 100 millimeters, and then you marked the point and drilled it. But now that the battery tray's gone, I can't make that measurement. So I'm going, oh, that got messed up. That's gross. I'm going to just sit the intake manifold on there, bolt it down with one bolt, and then put the intercooler pipe on with the coupler and see if it lines up right around here and try and mark that. Alright, so as you can see on the paperwork, it's 100 millimeters from there and 100 from there. It would have been easy if I had the battery tray. But since I cut that out, I'm going to try to just roughly mark it off these spot welds I drilled out. Because you can see those two and then the one right there. Oh. Probably should have pre-drilled this hole. I can't see. Hole saws are fucking sketchy. So I'll take this. As you can tell, it's like when you put it up there, see how it's like at a weird angle, like it almost needs an extension piece. Okay, so I ended up getting it pretty much perfect. As you can see, I mean, they could almost be welded together. So all I had to do was flip this around this end. I had it going that way. I guess some some numbnut put the sticker on for the airflow wrong. Obviously it would go that way. That's not the turbo. So that confused me. You know, I thought that would have been right, but it's whatever. Just peel that off. I flipped it around. It's perfect now. I mean, like I said, and the hole I guessed is right. It's got perfect gap. I'm gonna put a little rubber seal around that. And then this side, you don't actually have to drill any holes because on S14s and S15s, they have this factory hole for the turbo models. All you do is this little 90 goes right there. And then this piece goes into there, and then the piece that I got stolen comes from here to the turbo, which I'm going to order another one of those. So I'm glad I got all that figured out. I'm glad this lines up because it was not looking pretty. I was pretty upset with that. I was like, why would Blitz let that be a thing? But it's spot on. It's spot on fitment. I mean, that's really good. It's so hot. Let me put that coupler on and we'll go from there. Went ahead and got my Koyo radiator out. I didn't even know this. I ended up buying the nicer one on purpose. I just didn't know what it actually came with. I was just like, huh, an extra, like, I think it was like an extra 80 bucks or something. I think it's a little bit thicker. Not sure on that, but what I know is it came with basically the drain valve on the bottom and on the top. Obviously, you're not going to drain from the top. This is for bleeding it, so you would just crack it loose instead of having this open, so when it gets hot, fluid doesn't shoot you in the face. It just lets the air out. So that's pretty cool. And then obviously, it came with all the bolts and stuff for the clutch fan, and I am going to be running clutch fan because clutch fan is best. Everything is hooked up, looking delightful. I dig it. Come on, focus. All right, so that's gonna be the end of today's video. All else I wanna say is I'm sorry if it was short. It's just so fucking hot out here. Let me know what you guys wanna see in the next video. I have a bunch of parts you can pick from. You can pick from the exhaust, the brakes. I know what you really wanna see. You just wanna see the car done though, so I'm probably just gonna bang it all out. I'm sorry I'm not out here every day filming like some of you guys want. It's just, I'm so busy with everything and it's just been hot and I feel like a bitch because I'm just sitting here complaining. But I hope you guys enjoyed to see me again for a little bit. Everything's looking good in the engine bay. I'm very excited to get this car together. I don't know what it is with my motivation lately. I guess, I don't know. I'm just a bitch. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you next time. Deuce.